two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. The Gators ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. I want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It's Pryor. Turning it on! And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Right side, it's Singleton. The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Jones to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
You You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Gets away from one. He's got space. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy...
Snags it and he's open. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41.
Such a nice job at pass protection. You've got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you've got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. Inside the 30. They bring him down. A big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Hit as he throws. Got it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jones wants to throw it. Left side is ball. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's...
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. There's some daylight. Breaks it into the open. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Frazier. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Georgia heads to the line with a first and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Play of the period, first down here. Tight end now in motion. Jones to throw. Rushes on, and he gets rid of it. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a third and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Straight ahead, it's ball. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. This time they'll throw it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Right side, it's Mays. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Punt is in the air. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams, they got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. You're not making a miss. You've got to have 2 hands on the ball.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw at Stockton. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Bounced right back to them. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. The run inside. It's Pryor. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the counter. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Looking for the edge. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Racing down the left side. the lead and taking control here in Week 9. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Sloppy execution the last time they had it, David. Wound up with a scoop and score, but they just can't let it unravel.
And those sting. Those hurt because not only did you create the turnover and you gave up points. So now, critical for this offense to take care of the football moving forward.
I think it's important too, David. They've got to be patient and make sure they're taking advantage of the right looks. You can't try to get that touchdown back on one play and all of a sudden force the ball into double coverage. Just take what the defense gives you and trust your coaching.
Jones wants to throw it. Over the middle, complete to Wilson. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer. And that guy was pretty good too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But Palmer, Florida's good, and they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. And how quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Long way to go on second down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Just keep swinging it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown,
defense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, it's Pryor. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Jones to throw. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. Has to have it on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Second and long here. Quarterback will keep it. 7-yard pickup on that one. Third down and 3 coming. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Looking to throw for it. He'll take a deep shot here. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Lowers those pads. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, they were probably thinking four-down territory with a third and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's third and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and gets the big third down stop.
As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the home team with the first half lead on this juggernaut, and they're trying to make history today. Going to take a lot of discipline in this second half, but they're almost halfway home. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Ball again.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Ball. Maybe a crease. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Follows his blocks. It's Pryor. Nowhere to go.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put them in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
They'll ride him again. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Finds his big tight end. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19 into the red zone. It'll be first down. And the Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football, but that's a great start to this second half.
The Gators will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to run with Ball. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
After taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
On second and goal, he carries again. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Jones wants to throw it. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to pass on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff for Frazier. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Here comes the heat. That one just came off his hand badly. They'll need a bunch on second down. Moving the pocket, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Rush right in his face. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. So now on comes the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. It's good, and that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Handoff for Ball. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Gators headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they turn it into a defensive score. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The keeper on the option. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Gators, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Quick give. It's Pryor. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it, trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Out wide left, it's Mays. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for the marker. Hard running there. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. They'll run it. It's Pryor. Touchdown, Gator! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. it fired complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Hums it downfield. Out wide right, it's Frazier. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Smashes through the tackle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record, lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Handoff again. Down he goes.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Turns it upfield. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Frazier again. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Delayed handoff. It's Bowen. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Here's a give the ball. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And he's And now it's worse. The ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
Third down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. Jones wants to throw it. Under pressure. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. The Bulldog offense out to start the drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They give it back to him. Swapped immediately.
Wow, did you see that hit by the linebacker? I mean, he came up with authority and bad intentions, forcing the tackle for loss. Man.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Georgia sends out the punt team. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Got enough for the 1st down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points, and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play, and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? Give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run